Hello, today's October 1st, 2020. Today we're going to be going over my presidential election 2020 United States electoral map prediction. So let's just start. This color on Washington means safe blue, 15% or more. This means likely blue, 7% or more. This means lean blue, 2% or more. This means under 2%, which is tilt blue. This is safe, this is lean, likely, this is lean, and this is tilt for the Republicans. So yeah. Sorry about that. Washington, California, New York, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, DC, Hawaii, Oregon, Illinois, Maine's 1st District are all safe Democratic electoral votes. I don't have to explain these for obvious reasons. They're just Democratic states. North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Idaho, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Utah and Nebraska at large, Nebraska's 1st District and Nebraska's 3rd District. They will all go safe red, which again means 15% or more, along with Alabama, which I forgot. So you might be noticing some states missing here. Well, they're not safe for the Republicans anymore. Kansas has a close Senate race, which is reflecting upon the presidential election, which now has Kansas only leading like 6, or actually there was a poll where it was only 5 for Trump. That I'm being generous by putting it as likely. I think it'll go to Trump by like 11 points. Indiana, I think will go to Trump by 13 points. No particular reason. It's just I don't even know if it approves of Trump. Honestly, I don't even think it does anymore. It was pretty close before, and now Indiana is narrowing up. Just teeny bits at once. Missouri is likely blue. It'll probably go to Trump by the same amount as Kansas, which is like 10 or 11 points. So Missouri has a close governor race, but that's it. Missouri, I just don't know. I keep saying Missouri, like I'll say it like 3 more times. Just Missouri, polling. Okay, that's the reason why. Montana has a close Senate, House, governor, and now presidential race, as the presidential race is reflected upon the other races, and also looks back to a simpler time when Obama was elected in 2008, where it almost went blue. That's another reason why Missouri will probably be likely red instead of safe. South Carolina, I'm moving to a lean red instead of likely, with the Senate race also reflecting upon the presidential race on how much people are voting. More Democrats are going to be voting this election anyway because Trump is not encouraging mail-in voting except for in Florida. So really, just South Carolina, sorry for stumbling, South Carolina is just narrowing up more and more. Trump's only ahead by 1 in one of the last polls. He's only ahead by 3 and 4 in the other 2 that came out today. And again, I know that we shouldn't rely on South Carolina's polls, just the polls, but we should also rely on demographic trends. It's trending blue. We should also rely on presidential approval, which is negative for Trump for the first time. Mississippi and Louisiana have high black turnout and high minority turnout in general. I expect it to be even more than before. They're only polling 8 to 10 points for Trump. I expect them to go to Trump by like 14, 13 points. Alaska is polling 1 point for Trump. 1 point for Trump. It disapproves of him. Honestly, if I was a maniac, I could put it as lean or tilt blue, but I'm not going to, because I'm not that weird. But I recognize it's a harder state to poll, so therefore I have it as a likely state. I do think, Trump was definitely underestimated in Alaska in 2016 as well. He also wasn't Mississippi by like twice the margin he won by. So honestly, I could be putting these two as safe, but I'm not going to because I believe in what I'm saying. Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Honestly, we have to rely on the polls here. Honestly, if you want to rely on demographic trends and presidential approval, you can do that too. It's still lean blue. So don't argue with me about that. I'm not going to put more thought into this. Honestly, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan are polling like that right now. So honestly, I'm being generous. Okay, so sorry. Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Michigan are going blue no matter what, in my opinion. However, not by much. Colorado, New Mexico, New Hampshire, and Maine at large are all going to be, and Virginia are all going to be likely states for Biden, basically pushing him over the 270 electoral mark. And it's really not that much of a surprise. Colorado, New Mexico, Virginia, New Hampshire, and Maine are going to be likely blue. I mean, they all went to Hillary by over 3 points. They were all lean except for New Mexico, which was likely, and it's polling safe. So if you really want to go through polls and talk to me how about they're incorrect, which a lot of people have done, honestly, Georgia, Iowa, and Florida are also polling blue. But I'm not about that. I'm going to go with what I believe. All right? I'm going to go with what I believe, and I'm going to predict if someone's being underestimated or overestimated in the polls. Don't argue with me. I also base it off demographic trends and approval rating. Iowa, Ohio, Georgia, Texas will also just slightly go red. I think everyone believes me when I say that. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get this video done quick. The debate was a mess, and now I just need to figure out some new stuff to do. North Carolina is a tilt red. I know it's polling for Biden, and it has been since April, but North Carolina is projecting 4 times as many black voters, and that is an extremely important part. And a lot of ballots are being rejected, so North Carolina, I believe, will go red by almost exactly 2 points. Nevada, will go. Nevada and Florida will go as shown because. Oh, sorry, I didn't put Wisconsin. I didn't put Minnesota or New Mexico back. Florida and Nevada are gonna go slightly less than I had them as before because Latino voters are just eating Biden up right now. They don't like him that much, and he does not appeal to them in virtually any way more than Hillary did. So honestly, I said honestly like 50 times, but really, honestly, Florida and Nevada are probably gonna go blue, but not by much. Only reason I still have Florida as blue is because Biden's only trailing by 8 in white voters, and Hillary was losing by a lot by white voters, and white voters make up the majority of the population in the United States. Arizona is polling likely and lean. I'm keeping it as tilt. I see it flipping, but not as much as it was. It has a Senate race that's going blue. Only reason I say that is because Kristen Sinema and Martha McSally had headed off to the Senate, like Senate finals or whatever. The headed off to Election Day 2018. If you didn't know, Martha McSally lost, and now she's running again against another Democrat who is a male and probably has more of the votes than Kristen Sinema did. Honestly, 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 it's gonna go blue. Sorry. All right. Same with Maine second district. I think it's gonna flip, but hardly. So yeah, I guess that's my electoral map prediction. Uh, if I had to redo my map right now, if I knew it was incorrect. Oh, by the way, that's lean. If I knew this map was incorrect right now, I would probably switch Ohio, Ohio and Georgia to blue. I'd keep North Carolina. Honestly, mainly Ohio, but right now Biden's leading in Iowa. He's leading in Ohio. He's leading in Georgia, North Carolina. He's really, really close in South Carolina. And if you project the disapproval and turnout because of mail-in ballots for Democrats to it, Biden is leading in South Carolina. He's already leading in Florida. He's leading in half the Texas polls. He's already leading in Arizona. He was leading in a Missouri poll. He was only 2 points behind, within margin of error to win Arkansas. He was within margin of error to win Montana. That's it. But that's 400 and, actually, this as well. That. So yeah, really, Biden can get 444 electoral votes. I only see him winning. What did I have it as fourth? What have I had it before? 320, I believe. Yeah, 320. So, yep. All right. Goodbye. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to check out my older videos.